Today's West Village duplex should not exist because it's in a doorman building with an elevator and laundry on every floor. Plus, this place has a balcony and it's just 5 minutes south of Washington Square Park. The location checks all the boxes, the apartment checks all the boxes, and when that happens in New York City, you know there's a catch. Let's go find out what it is. Here we are at Washington Square Park. From here on 5th Avenue, you can see the arch, and if you look this way, you can see the Empire State Building. Definitely, this is an iconic New York City location. Here's a fun fact about the arch. Right here, we've got General George Washington, and over here, this cat is President George Washington. So the apartment is directly south of the park here on Thompson Street. And that's fantastic because being close to outdoor space when you're in a concrete jungle like New York City is a major plus. Now, unfortunately, this is not really the kind of park where you can come out and go for a jog. It might look desolate and deserted now because it's so cold out, but in the summertime, this place is packed. But I guess you could walk your dog here if you want to. And the reason that it gets packed here is because we're right next to NYU. All of these are NYU buildings over here and over here. Now, not only is this a college town, but it's also a part of town which is just flooded with restaurants and cafes. They're pretty much everywhere. Everywhere you look is somewhere to hang out and do something. Right here, you've got local coffee. These are all bars right here. Sushi. Right here, you can get a crepe to go. And if you turn the corner from the crepe place, there's even more restaurants and bars. If you're moving here for the first time or you want to explore New York City, this is absolutely the neighborhood to live in because this is where you're gonna do a lot of hanging out, and the transportation options that you have down here are also insanely good. Right here is the West 4th Street train station. You can pick up 7 different trains here, 3 of which are all express. And even though this is the closest train station to the apartment, you can get pretty much every line you're gonna need to get anywhere in town within about 10 minutes of the front door of this apartment. We have arrived. The building is right here. Now, if you don't want to take the train, right in front of the front door of the building is City Bike. Right now, there's plenty of them here, but no telling what this is like on a Monday morning. Directly across the street from the building, we've got a CVS. And across from the CVS, we've got bars, restaurants. And look, there are so many restaurants on Thompson Street, the cars can't even drive down it. Now, even though we're in the heart of a super busy neighborhood, this street itself is pretty quiet, which is definitely a good thing. Now what we're gonna do is head right in there and see this apartment. This has to be one of the coolest places I've ever seen in this part of town. Just look at that staircase. And right over here, we've got our balcony. It's kind of a small balcony and it is technically shared with the neighbors, but you can definitely get some chairs out here and it doesn't face the street, so there's like no noise coming in. The big benefit of this though is being able to just slide open this big glass door and have a nice breeze coming into this apartment. I just checked and the ceiling height in here is 10 feet 11 inches. You could mount like a basketball hoop or something up there and it would be regulation height. Let's figure out where the laundry is. Found it right here. There's a couple machines just like this on every floor of this building, and this totally beats having to leave to go clean your stuff. Now we're gonna check this place out so that you can see if it's worth it or not. And if you wanna see apartments just like this every single week, make sure you subscribe. Right here next to the front door, we've got a really big closet. This is great. Look at all that storage space right there. Then you walk past the bathroom and the kitchen, down a little flight of stairs into the living space. This is great. 20 feet, 8 inches by 13 feet. Usually here in the West Village, this right here is the entire apartment with the kitchen and everything in it. But as you can see, our kitchen's tucked away off to the side, and that gives you the whole rest of this for living room furniture. Because I think you're gonna sleep up there. We'll figure that out in a second. You could easily get a couple of couches and chairs out here. And if this is where your seating is and you mount the TV on the wall over here, just to the right of the staircase on this wall, you are gonna have a fantastic place to hang out with friends or entertain guests. Now, even though you can't have an air conditioner here, one is built into the wall. We've also got this massive standing closet right here. But I think that the cool factor of this apartment is gonna come down to what you can do up there in that loft. So let's go find out. This staircase feels really solid. I'm holding on, as you can see, but it feels solid. It does make a little noise, but nothing to worry about. Anyways, up here at the top of the staircase, we've got an entire sleep loft. This area is 12 feet 10 inches by 9 feet 4 inches. But it looks like the ceiling height here is 5 feet 2 inches. And as you can see, you can kind of stand up, but you're gonna hit your head. And if you had your mattress in this corner of the room over here, you could use the rest of this for storage or even a little hangout area. Speaking of storage, we do have this closet. If I lived here, I would definitely use this for sleeping. I wouldn't bother putting my bed downstairs because the staircase is pretty good and you can kind of walk around up here. Now let's test the staircase on the way down. This is not bad at all. It makes a little bit of noise because of these metal runners on the side here, but definitely I've been on way more rickety staircases than this. Next up, we've got the kitchen and the bathroom. We've got a 4-burner stove, a dishwasher, and a medium-sized fridge. And we've also got a paper towel holder, which counts as a feature. What's in here? I thought maybe we'd find a microwave in here. But with 3 sets of outlets, you could easily plug one in. And this is definitely a kitchen where you could make more than just a sandwich. In fact, for one person, I don't think this is a problem at all. One person, maybe for a couple, I think this is fine. It's not really that big, but the layout makes a lot of sense. You've got a full-size bathtub. You've got an incredibly bright light above the mirror, which turns into a medicine cabinet. That's good. We've also got some storage beneath the sink. And even though the sink itself is a little small, there is this shelf right above it for toothbrushes and stuff. And come on, who doesn't love a full-length mirror right on the bathroom door? That makes tons of sense. And if you want one of the coolest apartments in Lower Manhattan, this is definitely your spot. Check out the video description where there's a link to this listing, and then let's check out some more apartments together. Right here are apartment tours. Pick whichever one you think is most interesting, and I'll see you in the next video.